Hi guys, this is a special type of intro. You're listening to the Controvert podcast. My name is Joyce. I'm the guest speaker, but we have Panda over here and he is the host. And today we will be talking about career shifts, I guess stereotypes too, and whatever else comes to mind. Yeah, once again, my name is Joyce. I'm the owner of Joyce's Choices. Yeah, let's get right to it, Panda. What questions did you have?
Perfect. Yeah, just so you guys know, this special guest, my name is Panda, I'm the host, but this special guest is a very accomplished businesswoman that made a very polarizing career shift. And today we want to talk about that career shift and how it's going to help other businesswomen or other businessmen alike. Especially how you started in like a male-dominant field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about that. What do you do for like your business and all that stuff?
So at Joyce's Choices, what we do is we sell quality refurbished furniture at a fraction of retail price. And by doing that, we are upcycling.
Protecting the environment as well.
Protecting the environment.
Great.
And with each purchase, we do plant a tree. But yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so what I love about this business is that nowadays, like, brand new things are pretty expensive, especially furniture. So how we come in is, we help you out. We find gently used furniture, whether it's through estate sales, auctions, or even private sellers. We do all the vetting to make sure that, the couch came from a good home. And yeah, we professionally deep clean it. And then whatever work that needs to be done, whether it's like wood repair, like minor upholstery work, we'll go ahead and do that.
Cool. How did you come up with this idea? Because I know before you were like a trainer at 24 Hour Fitness or something, right?
I worked in operations for LA Fitness. I was there for about 5 years. How I got into this though was my husband, he owns a cleaning company. Now they focus on exterior washing, but anyways, before that he used to offer carpet cleaning, and he just brought up the idea one day to basically clean couches and like sell it, and then we did that. And
so he came up with the idea, not you?
No, yeah, he and I hated it at first. Like I hated it. I was
how did you come to like it then? Like now, is it just like the feeling of accomplishment, or is like you built it up?
I think so. I think I don't know. I've always tried to figure that out. Like I feel like because I'm good at it, like I just knew that it brought me money, and it's I guess it's kind of like commission work, right? Like
yeah. So I'm a little confused. Like, so because it brings you money, that's why you like it, or is it actually something you like to do?
When I first started doing this, I really didn't like it. I didn't want anything to do with it. But then I continued to do it, and then at first, honestly, it was the monetary aspect of it. And then I just started to see, I love it when I, when I see, a happy customer or something. And I think that's what just really drives me.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's so weird. And then I feel like because I got good at it, I wanted to continue to sharpen my skills in a way, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to, and then I started investing more into, the products that I use. And, yeah, sorry if I'm just
no,
rambling,
it's okay.
But is that the answer you were looking for? Oh, let me be quiet.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think that was a good answer. I think how this applies to other people, I think it is very quintessential, because other business people, they might be thinking, oh, I hate what I'm doing right now, and I really want to love it. But what I want to tell the viewers is that maybe after a while, once you keep doing it, once you start seeing success, you'll start to really love what you're doing, because it's probably an aspect that you probably might not know about right now. When you're just starting out, you're like, oh shit, I got to get everything set up. But now that you've gotten everything more set up, and then you see there's potential of where you feel love for this business, that is the important driving factor, right?
Oh, for sure. And it wasn't something that I expected myself to do. I never saw myself doing it. So it doesn't have to be you don't have to turn your passion into a business, right? Yeah. And yeah, I mean, even though I started this monetarily, I just started to see the benefit of used couches, anything used, right? Or essentially like it's upcycling, as I mentioned before, helping the environment out. And we're helping other people out too by saving like a lot of money on furniture. Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it doesn't have to be like a passion that you have to start with. Like, it might just even happen without you even knowing it, and then you continue to do it and you're like, oh shoot, I actually really enjoy doing this. And I do want to add that like I noticed that whenever I'm at a job, like before, I always like, I don't know if this even would make sense, but like I always wanted to be the best at whatever I did.
Yeah.
So I think I like that's what definitely drove me to do this. Like I want to be the best, you know.
And also because you're the only person working in this business, like you're the sole proprietor.
Yeah.
So you're like competing with yourself in a sense, right? I mean, your real competitors are like the industry, other people who sell couches, but because you're the only person in the company, you're the best in your company, right?
I'm the best in my company, but I also want to be the best in
the
like
industry.
In the industry.
So how does that differ from like being at LA Fitness corporate? Because you could still be the best there, right?
Yeah, but I value my time a lot more, and like I love like what I can do for other people. Like over there at like any job, you're really just like serving for your boss and like what they want, but it's not really what you want. Maybe you could get something you want in a way, but it's not what you really want, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I just value my time too. I have 2 dogs and I love spending time with them. I still work from home, yes, but you know, I could still like manage my time with them. Like if I was at like a 9 to 5, like I can't do that. And plus I pay myself what I deserve.
Yeah.
You can't always, like, there's always going to be some sort of cap. And I hate to say it, but like money is what should drive you in a sense, right? Like, but
so if you had something to say to like the businesswomen out there who were trying to be in like a male dominant field, like where you do DIY work, what would you say to them? Like what's like probably like the catalyst that made you want to keep going with this and really push yourself? Because you probably see other men that may probably do it better because, I don't know, because men stronger, obviously biologically, right? But anything you would want to recommend?
I feel like there's nothing more that brings me joy when a guy or even like a woman's like, oh, like, you know, like, are you sure you can do this? And then they see me doing it and then they're like,
do you get that a lot?
Oh yeah, like I get that a lot. Like if I'm like even like customers and stuff, and I love all my customers, but you know, they do underestimate me.
Oh,
and
real?
You know,
why, with like the whole like moving a couch and all that stuff?
They underestimate me. I can't like lift a couch, like, you know, but like I know how to move it around. Like I just know how to like do a lot of the things that I guess people don't expect me to like do. And even like the other day I picked up a couch and the lady was like, oh my gosh, like I don't think you're going to be able to lift that. I mean, my husband was helping me with this one, but you know, she was like shook. She was like, oh my gosh, you're so strong. And I'm like, thanks. Like, and it was a heavy couch, but you know, I had to build myself to get there, you know. But anyways,
but what if like, for example, you're like less built, like, you know, like not as you know, tough and stuff like that, because you do have some pretty good muscle.
I definitely didn't have this before.
It was from like moving couches, or it was
for
like
sure
working out?
No,
do you work out?
No, I don't.
You don't work out?
I hike.
How you get so fit like that?
It's the couches. So you have to keep doing it. I remember when I first started, like I wanted to just like move a couch so bad, like, and I remember I struggled so much with. I just remember struggling, but like I just knew that like the more I did this, the stronger I would get. I don't know if that makes sense though, right?
Would you be comfortable doing a fit check?
I'm not okay. Sure.
Show off that muscle.
Oh, it's not really that muscular, but there's this. I don't know if you could really see it.
Oh shit.
And then I don't know if you could see this.
Oh,
it's
dang.
Smaller. But
dang, and it's not just all like blubber, you know. Like some girls, they're like just, you know, thick, but it's like just all like, you know, fat, but that's actually like toned up and stuff.
Oh yeah, thank you. I actually, coincidentally, ironically, I never like I've been the most like fit now than I have like working at like a fitness company.
Oh, so ladies, like if you want to get more fit, then obviously just go ahead and do like a DIY business like her, and then you're chilling. You're gonna get fit like that.
For sure. Yeah. But so to answer your question, I just, I guess don't even think about that. It's like a male dominated industry. I honestly didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even know that it was male dominated. Honestly, I didn't even think about it like that either until recently. This, I guess he's a fellow flipper. He's that I actually look up to. He's out in Texas. He like mentioned it to me, and I was like, wow, like I really am one of the few like women in this industry. And he was just like, when he said that to me, I thought about it and I just like realized it. But anyways, don't even think about it like that, and always just try to, I don't know, just push yourself. It's hard in the beginning, and it's still going to be hard now with different challenges, but yeah, just push yourself. Hopefully that's good advice. I feel like it's so vague, but you have to like get there to that point to understand like what I mean.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you feel a little bit intimidated, like being in like this industry with like men and like other people looking down on you? Do you sometimes feel like it would take a blow to your confidence? There's like ups and downs with your emotions, where sometimes you would be like, oh, I'm confident today, but another day you're like, man, I have to wake up, prove to these people again that I could do this. I'm not really in the headspace for that. Like, do you ever?
Sometimes, I mean, yeah, sometimes when I'm like online and I'm just like looking at like what other people are their accomplishments maybe, but I really don't really like let it get to me. Like sometimes when I do see it, it does get to me, but because I think everyone just grows at their own pace. I don't even know if I should like, and actually I did announce this, so I should, but like I still operate from home, and I probably wouldn't if my finance, like if I structured my business financially a lot better, then I probably wouldn't. But I don't mind because, less overhead, whatever, right? But I did secure a deal with like a manufacturer, and I know that kind of goes against like my belief, like, and it does, like, honestly, I'm not even, but you know what? Like, I'm still like, I have to grow at some point. Not that I wouldn't continue to do,
yeah, you gotta scale.
Yeah, I have to scale, but I'll still be giving back to the earth. Instead of one tree, I'll go ahead and plant 3 trees per purchase.
I want to talk about, like, for example, you did mention that you were not that good in school, all right? And then I remember back in like high school days. So back then, I remember we all had our party days. You completely went like 180. So what do you have to say for like your experience back then, and even like to other people about like if they're in high school right now and they're probably in that phase, how do they become more successful like you?
Yeah, I was pretty wild back then, but
you're like one of the wildest people I knew, actually. And then that's why I'm so glad to have you, because you were probably one of the wildest person in high school, and then now you're able to kind of just like have a watershed experience, and you just completely shifted 180. And I think that is a very, very admirable. Like, people will see that. Like, why this video is so different is because we have all these businesswomen, right? They're all trying to be aspirational and aspire for their dreams, but it goes a long way when you have someone who didn't really study that hard in school back in high school. Did you go to college?
I tried for a couple of years, and then I kept dropping out. So school was never really my thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I made a lot of mistakes along the way. Like, before I even got to this point, I just knew that like I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I was a hustler. Like, I'll always figure it out one way or another.
And I think like being a hustler too, that also grounded yourself a lot more. Now you're married before even me, and I I was crazy in high school, but I wasn't like that crazy. Like, it's crazy how that like someone that's like the crazy in high school, you would think that they would probably get grounded a lot later than other people, but you got grounded way quicker than me, and you matured much quicker. So do you think that also played a factor, like just your experience being a businesswoman, that is what made you so grounded?
Yeah, and I think what also helped is like I lived in Florida briefly, and like living there helped me grow up a lot because I had no money. I only had like $300 when I moved.
So shit hit the fan real quick.
But I knew that I knew I didn't have my friends or family around me to like help me. So I was like, I'm gonna, even if I suffer.
Wait, you're in Florida for a bit? I didn't even know that, dude.
I mean, I only lived there for a year and then I came back.
Oh, but that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely like, I just knew like, I knew that I had to grow up because I felt like my life was just like going on a like spiral downward. And so that definitely helped out my growth a lot. And I feel like, you know, because I had like no one to like really support me over there, I had to figure it out somehow. And that definitely, my work ethic was strong before, but it definitely got a lot stronger, which, you know, helped me with the business like now, you know, work ethic and grinding and all that stuff.
And especially like when we're younger, like in high school, we're forced to just be in school, like high school, and then everyone's like, oh, we have to go to college after this.
Oh yeah.
And once you didn't have that pressure of having to go to school, you really found what you loved. You really found what would keep you like very grounded and what would keep you stable, right?
Yeah. I guess one thing that helped was that my mom didn't really push me to go to school. She just said, hey, just don't be homeless, and that's fine. Like, if you want to work, that's okay. But you just do, like, you just give it, like, your all when you go into work, no matter what it is. So that definitely, you know, having her, like, support my decision helped. But yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're in high school, you feel like there are no responsibilities, you know?
Well, there's like responsibilities for school.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, but like
that's like not like actual life
real
responsibilities.
World, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we have all this pressure to go one way, but something is pulling us to go a different way. So for example, for you, maybe your parents or school is pulling you to be a grade A student, like A plus and stuff like that. But actually, what you want to go for is being an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like we live in a society now where school isn't so like you have to go, right? I feel like we live in a society nowadays where
it's starting to go that path.
Yeah, starting to go that path.
Where everyone's saying like go to vocational school and stuff like that. Yeah. And
you know what? Like, you don't have to know what you want to do straight out of high school, even when you're like 22, 24. I just turned 28, you know, and who knows if I'm going to do this forever, but you don't really need to know what you're going to do. Even when you're like 32, you don't need to know, you know. Yeah. I think you'll figure it out along the way.
Would you say that once you found what you really love to do, that's what really made you want to just dedicate more time into this? Because now you disappeared. I don't even see you at parties or anything like that. Or you don't even go out like that at all, right?
Oh my gosh,
You're just like a crazy, loyal housewife that works and runs her own business.
Yeah.
Which is just great.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like your circle kind of changes too. I mean, with like...
You're saying like it changes with the work? The industry?
Like when you like...
As you get older?
As you get older, like just finding or like meeting people that are on the same like page as you and that want like the same things as you or something like just your circle of friends change, as you know, not that it's a bad thing if you're not friends with them anymore. It's just you know, like different, like you're in a similar phase as your friends, as your current friends in your life in a weird way. I don't know how to, they say like, you know, let's say we're like friends with like 5 like really wealthy people or like whatever.
Average of the 5 friends. Yeah.
That's something similar like that. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that ties into like me not really there's nothing wrong with going out. I'm just tired nowadays too. And I have 2 dogs, and all my attention goes to my dogs if it's not work or my husband. But
Yeah, but I would imagine that like because your high school circle, right?
I don't talk to anyone
From high school, right?
Yeah, I only talk to a couple of people, but I mean, I don't really talk to a lot of people from like aside from like maybe Instagram, like following each other. And I hated high school, honestly. But
how does that change? Because I thought you were really bonded with them, and then now it's just like you dove away from that. How does one get from like here hanging out with like the party crowd, all of a sudden you're just like really like hanging out with the business oriented people?
I mean, I still do have like my best friend, she's from high school, she probably talked to like 4 people from my high school. And I feel like as you get older too, like you just kind of drift apart. Like you're not seeing them like almost every day at school anymore either. And plus, like, I don't know, just maybe we're just not as important to each other as we once were important. I don't know. I don't know if that sounds bad, but like, plus like, I don't know. I just felt like, I felt like personally for me, like I didn't really have like a lot of like true friends too, you know? The friends that I have now, like they're amazing, but like, I feel like, the ones that I like, not that they weren't fake friends. It was just so like surface level, I think. I don't know if that makes sense.
So if you wanted to like give like a suggestion to like someone who's in high school or college, has like those friends, but wants to get out of that circle so that she could be a businesswoman or he could be like a businessman, how do you suggest like or recommend getting out of that kind of like spiral?
I personally just do like a thing where I just like drift away from them, like without like saying anything, unless they were super close to me and I'm like, we need to have a real conversation about this, which is a hard conversation to have. But I guess maybe first like investing your time into like your business and self-growth, and then if that makes sense. And then I honestly don't even have the answer for you. I'm like trying to come up with an answer, but like I don't, because
it's like probably once you invest more time into like a business, the rest will come, right? The rest will follow, basically. Like a husband and like good friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I guess like the main point or the main takeaway is that like even if in high school or college or your early days, if you were like hanging out crazy with like someone loves to party and stuff like that, there's still hope, there's still time for you to like just change and flip a complete 180, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what I see with you.
And I think honestly, I think partying a lot in like high school just like made me like not want to party as much. I don't know. It sounds so weird. Yeah. I got it out of my system. But yeah, I definitely believe that like, anyone has potential to be something great,
Yeah, because generally we think that people from high school, if they're like those crazy wild animals, they're always going to be like that, even like 40-30 years from now, right? I mean, I honestly speaking, I thought that of you, and then like college came, and then I was like, dang, she's a completely different person. I was like, yeah, so that goes to show that some of us are pretty naive, where like we think that this person's going to be like that the rest of their lives, but they take a complete 180 turn, and that, yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh, I honestly didn't know you thought that. And
no, serious,
I'm not even like, I guess it's good. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people thought that, to be honest. I guess that is one thing that drives me too.
Yeah, proving them wrong, right?
Yeah, because I
know,
so weird.
I know also too, like there are people who think badly of me back in high school. They're like, this guy's always gonna be a fuck up. So I think I resonate with you on that. Yeah, it's very important that other people, especially like viewers, they know that there's always time to change. Like you always have time to make a difference and be different from what others view you as, or others view you as always going to be. So yeah,
definitely.
Dang, you're really mellow today. Usually you're like high energy and stuff.
Dude, honestly, I've been up really early.
Oh yeah?
I went on a hike at like, I woke up at 4:45 a.m. to go on a hike. at 6 a.m. with my 2 dogs, and it was 5.5 miles. And then I came home, and then I started, like, I messed up on this one couch. It should have taken me a short amount of time to, like, clean it and stuff, but I just kept messing up on it. So it's been taking me a long time, but I finally finished just one couch, but now I have to do another couch before I go on my honeymoon on Friday.
Dang.
Hopefully I get it done. If I don't, it's okay. It is what it is. But
dude, honestly, you have a lot of patience, because for me, like, if I have to do all that crap where you have to sew stuff too, right?
Sometimes, yeah, I do. But now I just, like, man, before when I first started, I would just pick up anything. I would just get anything. I didn't even care what color it was. If it was incomplete, I couldn't even see that. But now I just know what to look for. Like the one that I have right now, it's about $5,000. Mm-hmm. When it's brand new. I probably sell it for like 50% of that. It's in excellent condition. It's like a year old, pristine.
Damn. So what's like the profit that you make per couch, and how long do you spend on each couch on average?
I don't know how long I spend on each couch, honestly. I should know, but I don't. But this is now net profit after taxes and all of that. $750
a couch.
Yeah, net profit. That's like the average. I've been focusing on less volume, higher profit margin.
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
sound like a lot, but that's the number that I'm thinking about. This last couple of months, it's kind of been slow, but the most. Should I talk about the most profit I've made on a couch?
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Sure.
I know people who've profited more, by the way.
Okay.
But the most I profited on a couch was about 1.8K.
And how long did it take you to do that couch?
Oh my gosh, it was maybe like less than 4 hours.
Less than 4 hours?
Like, it had a gross oil stain and I got it out.
That's it?
No, I mean, I had to deep clean it, but there was like just an oil stain, and I was like, I don't know if I could get it out, but I did. And then I sold it like in 2 days.
What? Holy crap.
Yeah. But, you know, I wish it was like that all the time, you know.
But I mean, you're still like grossing about like profit of $750 each, right?
Yeah, more or less.
And
usually more, but I think just like lately with my numbers, yeah, it's been.
And maybe each couch probably takes like 6-8 hours.
Less than 6.
Wow.
I guess like this specific one that I'm like having difficulty with right now, I think I'm at hour 3.5. I got it for free.
How much do you think, like, how many couches do you think you sell a month?
Oh, not that much. Probably like 12. But like I said, I mean, I don't have.
That's a lot of money. Damn.
But I mean, I don't have like too much overhead, I guess. And honestly, I'm so bad with like money management. I really honestly am.
All right, y'all, let's pull up the
no, I mean, I really don't make that much.
750 times 12.
No, that's like gross. That's a gross, you know, but
a month. That's per month though.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, that's more or less. I honestly like just started like I'm still trying to understand my numbers.
Yeah.
My virtual assistant, she does help me with that. And I know you asked me earlier before we recorded about like my virtual assistant and what she does. She's in the Philippines. Her name's Daphne. She's amazing. She does all like the graphic design for me. Like, she does what I'm not good at. But she also like created a spreadsheet for me. She's amazing. But
how'd you find her? Because, you know, like some people would like be like, oh, how do I find these people when they start their business?
It's funny because another like flipper in the industry, they recommended her because they had to let her go for, you know, their like personal reasons. And I was like, oh shoot, like she's in the industry, like she knows what to do. So I hired her. And you know what's so funny? Actually, I'm not going to mention that. I should mention that.
Well, we're hitting the 40-minute mark. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because I think I'm all out of questions. Maybe talk about your husband, anything like that? Finding like the one like with the business or whatever.
So I actually met my husband through a mutual friend at her birthday party, and it was crazy because I just wouldn't have imagined it, but then it happened, and it happened so like naturally. Like we became friends, and then like that friendship really did turn into like something like a relationship. And like all those cliche sayings that like the best relationships start with friendships and all that stuff, like it is so true. And I'm sorry, but it's true. And I also want to add that it'll come easy. Like love isn't easy, but it'll be easy. But anyways, do you want me to talk about his business? Because he owns he's had his business for at least 7 years. Sometimes I forget if it's 7 or 8, but he does window cleaning, pressure washing, roof washing, like anything exterior. And he's he's been killing it. Yeah. And he's very supportive. Like honestly, he's super supportive. I wouldn't be here I wouldn't be like doing any of this if it wasn't for him. He's honestly like helped me out a lot. And it's always good to find like a supportive partner. Like they might not need to like, they don't have to do what you do, but like as long as they could like support you and like what you want to do any way that they can, like that's what's important.
Yeah, and also that like his expertise, it probably like helped you with like learning all this stuff, right? Because he already knew how to do all this, so he just taught it to you. So yeah. He's also what is he? He's like Mexican or?
Yeah, he's Mexican.
Okay. I guess like the final question I have, I guess you could talk about it as much as you want. What do you think about like, because I know there's a lot of pressure with like, Asians, especially like Koreans, where if you marry someone that's not Korean or not Asian, what do you have to say about that? Anything like? So,
honestly, my mom just like personally for me, my mom knew that I would not be with like an Asian guy.
Oh, she already knew from the start.
She already knew from the beginning, but like
I know why back in high school.
But like she already knew, so I guess that's fine. Like she accepted it. But so yeah, I don't really I don't know. I guess just having like, if she didn't know, I think just having like an honest conversation with your parents, it might be hard, but like you have to like have an honest conversation.
And also it started at a really young age where in high school you're already like with black dudes, right? So I
had partners from other races that were
a variety, a super variety. I mean, you also had Asians, right?
Yeah, every now and then, but sorry for the water bottle.
All good.
And plus, like, I don't know, I just felt like Asian guys like didn't like me, so
why do you feel like that?
I don't know, I just felt like I honestly did. I had Asian friends, but like I just felt like I never like belonged.
Really? Dude, you hung out with like a group of Asians though back then.
I did, but like I just felt like I just didn't belong. I don't know how to like say it. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't belong. So weird.
Okay.
But I really didn't. I don't know.
I'm sure there's other people out there that feel that same way. Like they don't belong in like Asian crowd or whatever.
And I think that's like why I acted out too, because I wanted to feel like I belonged somewhere, Like
in like an Asian
just in general,
crowd, or
like just in general. I think I just wanted to. I know I wanted to feel like I was accepted some way, somehow. But yeah, I always felt like, okay, this is gonna be too deep. I know why I didn't think Asian guys liked me. Okay, I always felt like I was like too big.
Really?
I was always like kind of chubby, right? My weights fluctuated, but like I always felt like I was. Like,
you're in good shape now.
I know, but I just felt like back then, like I was just very like insecure. And I always just felt like Asian guys didn't like me. I just felt like I was like,
You think Asian guys like small petite girls, right? Is that what you think?
Yeah, and like I just grew up like hearing that like I wasn't, so that definitely got in my head. But yeah, that's why. That's most likely why. And I just all that stuff.
But you always gave me like a very confident look. You didn't look like you had like an identity disorder where you're like, oh shit, I don't know who I am. There's some people who are like, oh, I don't know if I should be white or Asian or black or what, how should I act. You never gave me that vibe. You always gave me a very confident vibe where you knew where you belonged. But did you feel a little bit different, like where it's like, oh, like I actually feel like I don't know where I belong?
Oh yeah, like all the time. All the time, like to your question, like I really don't, I felt like that, yeah, all the time. I feel like yeah, I definitely like exuded it, but like that's just not like how I felt. But
so it's not always how it seems, folks.
that definitely isn't. I feel like I'm in a better place now too, like took some time to myself to like really like try to like work on myself, whatever that even means, right?
Yeah, really understand who you are. For me, there's also times like that for me as well, where I would try to be professional, and then there's also like times where I feel like back in like high school, hung out with some gangsters, and then you have that like gangster. I'm sure you have that experience too, where you acted like a little bit like chola, maybe. So like there's times where you have different personas, and then you'd be like, how the hell do I act? So
oh my gosh, yeah, I feel like that even with my business. Sometimes I'm like, do I like
act chill? Because people who buy couches, they're like really chill, and they're not really that professional.
Actually, I've had like, you'll be surprised, I've actually like there are people that like with money that want to actually save money, and I've like delivered couches to like really like nice homes. They just want to save money.
Yeah.
And there's like but I guess in a sense of like my social media presence on my Instagram, I don't know, like, because it's me that usually runs it, so I'm like, do I talk like, I don't know if I should talk professional, and sometimes I don't even know if I should say we or I, because I want to sound like we are a company, but then it's like,
yeah,
okay, it's me and Daphne, but like, but sometimes I just don't know if I should say we or I when I say something, like, especially I'm
so
talking
funny.
to customers, like,
yeah,
I struggle with that. That sounds
it's
weird.
like, should you talk professional or should you talk like, oh, this couch is bussin'? How do you talk? Sometimes it's like this person's talking really chill, but do I reciprocate that? Do I give that same energy, right?
I think you match the vibe
Yeah.
as long as there's a boundary, and I always try to be upbeat, but then I've had customers that are just not, I can't do that. They're just like, oh, okay, they're not that enthusiastic. So I always try to be upbeat though.
I mean, obviously you probably also had customers who don't know how to articulate that well, don't know how to communicate that well as well. So
yeah, it's understanding your customer and listening. But yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for coming, Joyce. I just want to end the podcast here. And any final thoughts on this? Like any words of inspiration for like all the fellow businesswomen out there, or just businessmen, business people in general?
Honestly, like, it's just when you keep your head down and just like keep on working. Like, who cares like about the competition? And yeah, like, who cares about the competition? Who cares what the other person is doing? Just you do you. Sounds so cliche too, but, and stay humble. Stay humble. And what is that one word? Not integrity. Is it integrity? Okay, I'm gonna be quiet.
I don't know, like what word? There's like a million words, bro.
Okay. Anyways, just keep grinding and just always be honest. Just keep it honest. Honesty is key, okay? Like, you really have to, like, be honest. That's all I have to say. And yeah,
Man, now you got me thinking about that word. If you
No, I
guys
think it is integrity.
integrity. All right, if the viewers know what the word is, if you want to be a mind reader, leave your comment below.
There are so many words that kind of like fit within that. So
I don't know.
And oh yeah, and thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I know I go off topic a lot, and I shouldn't have said that right now, but thank you for.
No, yeah, for sure.
You're awesome, and I'm proud of your growth too.
Yeah, thank you. No, I'm more proud of your growth because seeing it like in high school, as I mentioned many times, and then yeah, you know, it's quick pace, and I always wanted to have you on the podcast. Like when I started the podcast, I was thinking one of the number one people I want on this podcast is Joyce, because you had such a pivotal like growth.
Thank you.
Because nothing is more valuable than someone who has experienced all this downturn and then use that downturn as fuel to grow. So that's why I resonate heavily with you, because obviously I've been in that situation as well, and I think it's even more valuable that a woman, you know, showing that perspective, because I'm sure a lot of women go through this, but it's just like not a lot of women talk about it, which is great. And I think and I hope that the viewers, especially women who watch this, they could take a valuable lesson from this.
Can I also say that, like, if anyone wants to reach out and they have, like, more questions for me, they definitely can. Can I give out my Instagram?
Yeah, I'll put a link below. I'll probably, like, I'll probably snip some things onto this video. And
just reach out, guys, and let's continue to prove ourselves right, Arnold. We could shoot for the stars. Like, we really can.
I mean, everyone's got to keep continuing to prove that, right?
Yeah.
Everyone, the viewers.
For sure. Like, both of us, all of you. Okay, I'm done.
All right. But
okay,
make sure to leave your comment below what you guys think that word is. And I don't know what that word is.
Subscribe, follow.
Oh.
Controvert podcast.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention that she did the intro because I was having so much trouble with the intro, and she just did a spectacular job. So if you guys also want to leave a comment, if you guys want Joyce to come back, leave a comment and like this video. And we'll see you guys next time on Controvert Podcast. Peace out, guys.
Yay, finally.